What's up, family? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I hope you guys enjoyed my first vlog that I posted last week for my trip to New York City. It was amazing. And yeah, I'm just trying to be more consistent and put some more stuff out there and, just really steward the gift that God has given me and, really just to inspire someone and to encourage someone that you can do it too. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure it all out. I don't have it all together, but I'm trying to steward what God has given me, and just to give Him my best and everything I do, and to inspire somebody, inspire someone, and bless someone that's watching. Um, and you may be looking like, "What's Erickson doing now?" I don't know what I'm doing now. Um, as far as the video goes, I just want to be an encouragement to somebody, and to really just spread the love of God. God is so good. God is faithful. He is kind. He loves you. He loves me. And I just want to encourage somebody today, because I know that we live in a world where there's so much, it seems to be surrounded by bad, right? And just want to encourage and bring light that there is hope, and our hope is not in man. Our hope is not in the president. Our hope is not in a political figure. But the only person who can truly bring us hope is Jesus. And I want to share Him. I want to share His goodness to those hurting. I want to just encourage someone. And I'm like super nervous right now, because this is out of my comfort zone. I'm perfectly fine being behind a guitar and doing all those things, and and that gifting. But I just felt the Lord recently just put something in my heart to share, to encourage someone that may be watching this, who you may not even know God, and you've been questioning God, or you've heard of Jesus and don't know about Him, but you're like in the air, like, is He true? Is He real? Is He, is He just a made up story? What is this? And I want to be an encouragement to those people and to everybody watching this, that if you put your hope in God, and that you put your full trust in Him, and that you just open your heart open to Him, that, man, it's the best decision you could ever make. And He's 1,000% real, and He loves you, and He cares for you, and He created you with a purpose. And I see a lot of people and kids, younger people, and in this society that we live in, it's so easy to feel purposeless, or that you have no purpose in this world, or that it's so crazy to see the things that we're seeing now. And I just want to be an encouragement to you, and just tell you that God sees you, that you are on this world for a reason, and that He has a plan for your life. And I really just want to dig deep into the Word and just share a quick encouragement. Really, I guess just one of my life verses right now, and I feel like it has been for a while, is Joshua 1:9. It says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous, because I, the Lord God, will be with you wherever you go." And since I was a kid, I remember my dad teaching me that verse, and he would have me like memorize verses, and then I would get like, prizes or like money, and he'd be like, "Hey, if you learn this, then I'll give you $5 this week," And it was just something that always kept me going, and always helped me memorize verses. But this specific verse, I feel like, has stuck with me since I was a kid. As I remember going through tough times when I was younger, mentally, just like, you go through your phases, but this right here is what kept me. Joshua 1:9, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous." And I'm just a testament of God's grace, God's faithfulness, because for those of you who don't know me, I'm originally from Guatemala. I was born in Guatemala. I moved here to the United States when I was 4. When I was 4, and I lived in Dallas, Texas, my whole entire life. Until I was 18, about to turn 19. So from the age of 4 to 5 to 19, I lived in Dallas, Texas, right? Then I got the opportunity to join a ministry called Eddie James Ministry. Shout out Eddie. Um, and this is where my life really took a 180. Really, I had to step out in faith. You know, I was working a great job. I was going to school. I had just graduated high school, and I was in college and working at a great job in Dallas, working my way up. I thought I had my life set up for me. I thought I had everything that I wanted was going to happen. You know, I was already in the talks about being promoted, getting a raise, and all these things. And I remember Eddie James would always come to our church, and he would come bring his team. And I remember seeing like, man, that's something I would love to do, because we would travel all over. Oh, at that time, they would travel all over the United States and all over the world, just, you know, in the arts, you know, so it'd be dancing, music, all the things, you know. So if you know Eddie, you know. And I remember Eddie one time came to our church, and he was looking for musicians. So after he left, he contacted my dad, because my dad was a youth pastor at the time. He was like, would your son like to join? And this was, this was like in a January, or like end of a year to like January. So like maybe like December to January. And I was like, absolutely not. That sounds awesome. But, you know, I was comfortable where I was, honestly, if I'm speaking. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. But then he was like, okay. And then a few months later, they were coming back to Dallas to do an event called Winterfest. And Eddie was like, hey, he contacted my dad again. He's like, hey, no pressure, but your son come hang out with us and come see what it's like. So I pull up, you know, didn't know anybody. And I don't know what came over me, what happened, but Eddie was like, so, you know, are you wanting to join? You know, he kind of brought it back up, you know, would you like to join? You think this is something you'd be a part of? And I was just like, yes, I would. And I couldn't even believe myself, you know. Afterwards, I was like, wow, you know. So from there, time went by so fast, you know. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to, you know, pay my car bill? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to make money? Because at that time, you know, I was going there as a volunteer, kind of just ministry, you know. And I remember thinking of all these things in my mind of like, okay, now that I do this, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But you see, this is the beauty of it, is that this verse right here stuck with me forever. He's like, have it not command you, be strong and courageous. And in that moment, it took me strength and courageous to be obedient to the call that God had placed on my life, because I knew that I was called to it, but I was so comfortable in what I was doing. I was so comfortable. I liked my job. I liked my schedule. I liked everything that I was doing. Was just, my family was there. Like everything that I know since a kid was there. And I was moving to Ocoee, Tennessee, the middle of nowhere. I went from big city to literally, we have a Dollar General, and that's about it, unless you drive 20 minutes and you got a Walmart, you know, and a Target in Cleveland. And funny enough, I live here now and still here. And I met my wife. I have, you know, all these things. All right. Okay. So let me get to it. Back to the story. So then, you know, it took the obedience of me letting go of my comfortability to finally be able to just trust God and know that, you know what, God is, see, but the crazy thing, there's so much that leads up to it. Like, as I'm telling this story now, things keep popping up in my mind, like what happened leading up to me joining the ministry. You know, I have played music my whole entire life. I've been a musician, been a part of the worship teams at my church. And growing up, my dad was a musician, so he taught me, he had me very involved, which I'm so thankful for. So thankful for my parents, so thankful for my mom and my dad. Great man and woman of God, who their prayers have truly kept me and have really made me the man I am today, and still growing. And they still, you know, still just hoping to one day be 10% of the people they are, you know. But I remember receiving a prophetic word. Okay, before I got asked to go, I remember receiving a prophetic word from somebody who said, Erickson, I see you getting in a van, in a white van, and airplanes as well, and then you're just hopping in and not even knowing where you're gonna go. Like, you're just gonna be traveling the world, doing ministry, and musician. And if you know what we do with Eddie, that's exactly what it was. And this was before I even had the offer from Eddie. So in my mind, I was like, I knew God was tugging on me to do it, right, the first time. And I had said no. I was like, no, I'm comfortable here. I'm not going to do it. And then a few months later, God tested my obedience again. He gave me a second chance. He gave me a second chance. And I said yes this time. And I remember it was hard. The first months were hard. I was away from my family, from my friends. Just all the things that I missed from back home. It was different. Like, life was, we were at a church like every day. I was tired. I was sometimes would be discouraged. There's just a lot of things, but I'm thankful that I had this verse with me to stick through it all. Fast forward a few years later, still in the ministry. I was in the ministry from 2018 to 2021. Halfway in the ministry, I met my amazing wife, who I love so much, and she's born and raised Cleveland, Tennessee. So I met her here, fell in love, got married 2021, September 30th. We got married, and it's one of the craziest things of my life. Like, now that I look at my life now, that one yes has completely changed like the trajectory of my life. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't said yes. And I feel like if you just obey God, even though it's hard, like I left earthly things, like for example, money, my car, even like my friends, my family, the satisfaction of just being comfortable, for leaving all that to a place where I knew nobody, was not making any money at first. It was literally traveling the world, which is amazing, but you soon realize that traveling every day gets so tiring. I was, left all that for coming here for a call that God had in my life, which I knew I needed to do, but in the moment didn't seem promising. But man, the obedience that my yes had, it has been incredible. We have a one-year-old son, 14 months. He is like the joy of our lives, my wife and I's lives. And I know that God has so much more in store. And right now, I just am trying to be an encouragement to somebody, to remind you that whatever God has called you to do, it may look scary right now, but just trust Him. Give Him your yes. Just give Him your obedience. That's all He wants from us. He wants an obedience. He wants us to be able to trust Him. It's so hard, and it's so easy to be able to want to just trust ourselves in what we can do. Like, oh, how can I, pay this? How can I make this money? How can I do this? But yet we forget to bring those things to God, and to realize that God is the provider of it all. And if we just were to put our trust in Him, things would be so much easier. And it's so much easier said than done. But I want to encourage you today that whatever you're going through, whatever you feel like God has called you to do, maybe it's stepping out of your comfort zone, maybe it's moving here, maybe it's leaving your job and starting whatever it is that you need to start, maybe it's starting your ministry, maybe it's whatever it may be. Just remember that God is with you, and wherever you step your foot in is the land that He has promised you, as it says in the book of Joshua. And He is with you wherever you go. So don't be discouraged. Do not be dismayed, because He has already gone before you. He's already making a way for you. And I don't even know where I was going with this video, but I guess I share a bit of my testimony, and that's just a small part of my testimony. And I just want to, connect with you guys. So leave comments, subscribe, share this with somebody. I'm kind of just rambling right now. I'm so like still very nervous. This is my first video, so please have grace. But let me know what you guys want to see. I saw Bryce Crawford. I remember I would watch. He would break down a chapter a day, and if you guys want me to do something like that, I would love to do that. But leave comments of what you guys think you would like to see. I want to build this community a place of family where we can encourage each other, where we can love on each other, where we can pray for each other. And if you have any prayer requests, leave them in the comments below, and I will be praying for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hearing me ramble. But I just wanted to be an encouragement to someone today. So step out, don't be scared, and just remember that God has you and that He's never going to leave you. Love you guys.